These are going to be 3 things that people have never told you in Call of Duty Mobile, and they're all going to help you improve your aim and win more 1v1 gunfights so you can have less deaths and more kills. And we're getting started right now.
Maybach music.
Okay guys, I'm in a quick custom lobby with a friend of mine, and I'm going to show you guys the effects of gyroscope when controlling recoil. So I have the AK-47 right now without a foregrip. As you guys can see, there's no foregrip on this gun, and as you guys might know already, the AK-47 is known for having a lot of recoil. So I'm going to show you guys the effects of using gyroscope to negate recoil. And if you guys don't know, of course, what gyroscope is, it's basically when you move your device, you can actually move inside the game. So not only are you pulling down with your finger, but you can actually just use the turning motion of your device to control your recoil. So let's go ahead and check this out. So I'm just going to shoot at this wall normally without controlling recoil at all, just so you guys can get an idea of the AK recoil. So let me just do that. So that right there is the AK recoil, as you guys saw, without any type of control whatsoever. Now I'm going to go ahead and do it with the gyroscope. So there's my first attempt at using gyroscope to control it. Obviously, you guys saw a difference, but it wasn't perfect. So I'm going to try again. And again, it takes practice. You know, you got to adjust your gyroscope sensitivity. If you don't know how to do that, you just go to settings. Make sure gyroscope is on first. So you just go to gyroscope right here. If it says off, you know, just turn it on. You can go to sense. And then right here, I would just keep all these numbers the same. And then you could turn it up or down. And that basically makes it how, you know, how sensitive you have to turn your device in order to get like a movement inside the game. So let's do that part again, and let's see how well we can control it. I'm gonna lift up my iPad so I can get a better idea, or not better idea, just better grip. As you guys can see, that was a lot better. So now I'm gonna shoot up at this top area just to change up the angle a little bit. And actually, let me do one more without using any type of control. So that's gonna be my recoil pattern right there. You guys can see that was a very, very high recoil. Now I'm gonna go do it again, except now I'm gonna use gyroscope, and I'm not even pulling down with my finger. I'm literally just pressing the shoot button. That's it. So let me do that one more time. Oh wait, I just ran out of ammo.
A few moments later.
As you guys can see, that's the spread right there. It's since it's the AK, it's gonna have a decent amount of spread, but you gotta remember, I have no foregrip, and I am using one of the guns with the most recoil in the game, and this is using pure gyroscope. Like if I were using my thumb right now, or my pointer finger to control recoil, I'm just gonna set my device down just so there's no gyroscope happening at all, because my device can't even move. So I'll show you guys what happens. So you can see I can still use my thumb to, or not my thumb, my pointer finger, because I aim with my pointer finger to control recoil, but it's not the same effect as gyro. So I'll do gyro one more time. Again, this is one of my I don't want to say my first time using gyro because I've used it before, but I'm not like a normal gyroscope player. So again, with practice, you can be so much better. So I'm going to do it one more time here. So there's gyroscope. Okay, now I got the MSMC, which is another gun known for having a lot of recoil. However, it is very strong if you can, of course, control that recoil. So I'm going to do it on this little board right here, and I'm going to show you guys without controlling recoil, and then I'll do it with gyroscope controlled recoil. So here we go. That's without. You can see the kick, and then now I'm going to control the recoil with the gyroscope, and here we go. You guys can see there's definitely a difference. I'm going to do it again. So this is without control right here. You guys can see how much kick it's getting. And then this is going to be with control. That was decent. Okay, so there you guys have it. And that's pretty much two of the guns I could use to demonstrate for like the best like perspective of how much it actually works, because the MSMC and the AK have quite a bit of recoil, but you could use this for literally any gun. You could use any sensitivity for gyroscope. All of it is going to be really useful for controlling recoil at ranges, or even mid-range if you're using the MSMC, of course. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for our first tip here. Let's go ahead and move on to number 2.
Maybach music.
Alright, so number 2 on the list here, we have an app called iAim. Now, I actually did talk about this app before in another video. I'll leave it up there somewhere where I talk about improving aim. But this is one of those things where this app is still used by a bunch of pros, but no one's really talking about it. It's still kind of on the download. So I thought I would bring it back into a second video here on the channel. So if you guys want to get it, it is only on app stores right now. If you're on Android, I'll actually mention a different app that you can use right after this. So, okay, real quick, guys, this is the app right here. I don't know how well you guys can see my phone screen, but it's called Aim Master FPS Training. This is my Samsung S9 phone. So if you have Android, this app's very similar. I don't have to explain it because you guys are about to see me play iAim, and the apps are basically identical, kind of. Well, you guys will find out. You can see this is the app right here. It's free. Just go to the App Store, download it, and you got to match up your settings first. So you go into your main, and then for it says game, save to update sliders, you just go to whatever game you're playing, and I'm assuming you guys are watching for COD Mobile, and you just kind of match up your sensitivities from there, your field of view, ADS standard sensitivity, and then these are like extras, you know, sound, video settings. You know, you could set up your HUD and stuff like that. And then you just go ahead and hit play. And cubes and follow are the two game modes that are free. And then these other ones you can pay for, like $3, and you get all these other ones. I paid the $3 just because I wanted to support the app, because I thought it was a really good app. But to be honest with you guys, I really only play these two game modes. Sometimes I play Cubes Plus and Cubes Mini, but I usually don't play these ones, only every once in a while for fun. But I'm just going to go ahead and play a quick game of Cubes, just so I can show you guys how this app works. But it's super good for practicing your aim and just overall improving. And it's just not talked about. It's really crazy. It boggles my mind. Alright, there we go, guys. So, not my best attempt, or whatever you want to call it. It tells you your score, it tells you your accuracy, and then your total score. And of course, if you want to play different stuff too, there's follow as well. I'll show you guys a quick game of follow. But yeah, cubes, essentially you're just hitting cubes. That's really it, and it's so good for reaction time and sensitivity. Just such a simple practice, and it's just really useful. So I'm gonna go ahead and play follow now, and I haven't played follow in a while, so it might be rusty, but this is follow. So I'm just gonna wait until an opportunity comes here. I'm just gonna hop on it. There you guys have it. That's follow. Basically just follow the little targets, try to kill as many as you can. They move at kind of a random direction, so you kind of have to just, like, you can't really predict it at all. You just kind of have to go with the flow, and that's kind of how the game works. You never know which way people are going to move, so it's pretty good for, you know, trying to track people and stuff like that. So this one's actually really important. If I were you guys, I'd play follow a little bit more than cubes. Cubes is probably good if you're like a sniper or something like that, but like if you're like playing SMG, or like you're trying to like constantly like track people with your crosshair, this is probably a good one to practice. Alright, actually before I wrap up this tip here on iAim, I just want to briefly show you guys these two extra modes. If you do end up paying the $3, these are really useful, and here's why. Cubes Plus basically makes it so there's going to be cubes like on the sides of you, so if you're an SMG player, this is going to be super useful for you, because you're going to have to be, you know, you're going to have to be turning the sides a lot more than if you're playing like an AR or a sniper rifle. And then Cubes Mini is really useful if you're like AR or sniper, because the targets are smaller and they're further away, so it's a little bit more realistic. So I'll just go ahead and play Cubes Plus real quick just to show you this one. similar to the stats from the other one. You know, it gives you your score, your accuracy, and then your total score. And finally, guys, we have Cubes Mini. Cubes Mini, of course, you know, being for longer range players, AR, sniper rifles, because your targets are smaller. This could be a little bit more, you know, I guess, optimized to your playstyle. So let's go ahead and do it. Alright, and then there's Cubes Mini right there, so similar to the other one, you know, you get your score, your accuracy. By the way, if you don't know how it works, it's literally just, it takes your score, multiplies by your accuracy, so 147 times 0.90, you know, 74, and then it gives me my total score. That's how it works. So yeah, those are the game modes I'm going to show you guys. I'm not going to show you guys all of them because that's going to take too long. So let's go ahead and move on to, what is this, tip number 3 of tips that nobody tells you.
Maybach music.
So tip number 3, this one has to do with mechanics and the way your buttons are laid out. This one, it could be a drop shot or a jump shot, but it's basically pressing 4 buttons at the same time. And this like 4-button combo is like super good. So what this combo is, it's, well, I'm gonna show you guys the drop shot version first, but you're gonna hold down the crouch button to the point where you prone on the ground. You're gonna scope in, and you're gonna be shooting, and then also you're gonna be aiming. All that at the same time is gonna be a deadly drop shot, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. Nova's a snowman. I'm gonna do it against the wall first, and then I'm gonna use it on Nova. So this is what it looks like. You're just running up into somebody, drop shot. It's actually gonna control your recoil slightly because it's gonna bring your character down, so it's gonna lower your recoil. So it's pretty useful. I'll do it on the wall one more time. So it's going to be harder for your opponent to hit you because now you're on the floor and you're going to be aiming in and you're going to be shooting all at the same time. So it's just super useful. I'm going to do a quick demonstration on Nova real quick and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So I'm just going to kind of like slide around this corner. I see him. I'm going to drop shot just like that. And that's pretty much how it works. So thanks for being our test dummy. And I'm going to show you guys now the jump shot variation. It's basically, or it is the same thing, except instead of the dropping motion, you're going to be using the jumping motion. And you don't want to be spamming the jump motion because there's a little bit of like a jump set timer. Like, see, like if I were to jump a bunch of times, it's going to like make my jumps really tiny. It's just to make it so people don't spam the jump button. But basically what you got to do is the same thing. You know, you scope in, you aim, you shoot, but now you're going to be jumping around a little bit while you're doing all that. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like. So that's kind of what it looks like. Obviously, that's not the ideal way I want to shoot with that recoil, but I'm just kind of showing you guys. Oh, and of course I ran out of ammo. I'm going to use it with the pistol now. It doesn't really matter which gun I use. You guys get the idea. So that's kind of the idea. You're jumping around, shooting and aiming all at the same time, making yourself a really hard target to hit. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the third tip right there is the drop shot 4 combination and the jump shot 4 combination. I kind of combine those into one tip. But yeah, you most likely need to be playing some form of claw. For me, I play 3 on one side, 2 on the other. You could play 2 on each side. That works as well. As long as you're able to press all 4 buttons of those, or all 4 of those buttons at the same time, you will be able to do these like different types of tricks. Alright guys, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to see some more content like this, just go ahead and leave a like on the video letting me know you guys want to see some more Call of Duty informative content where I teach you guys some tips on how to get better at the game. And if you of course want to see some more Call of Duty Mobile on the channel and you don't want to miss anything, make sure you guys subscribe and hit those notifications. Quickly before I let you guys go, I have a really important announcement for the channel, Gaming with Gregory. I recently updated the membership badges / membership settings for the channel. So if you want to go ahead and see what I mean, I'll leave a link in the description. I'll be the very first one. So if you guys want to become a member for the channel, if you don't know what that is, basically you get exclusive access to like some badges that you get next to your name in the YouTube comment section. I'll put them up on the screen right now. You get some perks. If you click the link in the very first link in the description, it'll tell you more about this. But you get like perks like you can have direct contact with me through the YouTube community post where I release some like future videos that I'm working on to, you know, people that are members of the channel, and they can give me feedback or whatever. They can just check out unreleased footage. There's other things as far as like shout outs at the end of the video for certain people with a higher perk, which I'm just starting today because I just updated my membership badges. So again, if you guys want to see more what I'm talking about, just go ahead and check out the first link in the description. Click that and it'll explain everything. But that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing day. Peace out.